Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at great millstones, teaching us truth and sincerity. Also who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that scatter four corners of the earth, which you so-called Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the true Israelites, of the elect nation of Israel, the only nation that the Lord's dealing with, okay? So this scripture, not scripture, but particular lesson that I want to expand upon and talk about is, the filthy lucre sake of some of these pastors and, also these false prophets out there, So first scripture that I want to bring out is Sirach, the 13th chapter. I'll start at the 22nd verse. Here we go. And it reads, actually I'll start at the 23rd verse. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holds his tongue, and look what he saith. They exalt it to the clouds. But if the poor man speaks, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbles, they will help to overthrow him. And like I said, that goes perfectly, man. When you look at the men at GMS, we lowly, we ain't all like decked out, wearing fancy garments, suits, $1,000 stadium, like churches like Joel Osteen for one. But when you see people like Joel Osteen, and speaking of him, like they just consider him not even a pastor. They just think of him as a motivational prosperity speaker, okay? And they just love what he has to say, but yet demons come to rebuke. All right, and we just giving out the 100% truth. And like I said, when you take the whole roll, it's going to be sweet and bitter. We just don't preach the smooth things, and that's exactly what that individual does. And nobody rebukes him. But look at his, look at his outer appearance. Suit, stadium-sized church. But then you look at his character. He just doing it all for that money. Yeah, let me get everybody to buy my books. Let everybody come hear me speak. But for that time when Texas had that flood and they wanted to move people in the stadium, he was all like, "It's about to mess up my money." He had a very, you can tell by his countenance that he wasn't really happy or with it. All right. But when it comes against us, we're charitable. They always want to overthrow us. They'll support and if you notice, Joel Osteen say, I think. He doesn't have the answers. You can't feel. The scriptures tell you, lead not to your own understanding. So you gotta have these answers. They're showing that he's not a true prophet. You get in Ezekiel 13. It talks about false prophets. And actually, I'll bring out this one too. This is Ezekiel 14:9. It says, and if a prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him for the midst of the people of Israel. Because not everything is about to be prosperous, man. I understand that you can be a motivational speaker, but you can't just lean people to just think this is a thing where there's levels to getting money, a better living, because then, peace and safely, sudden destruction, people in their comfort, their security, and then you're not leading the people in the know. You're blinding them, man. Just thinking that everything is going to be happy, Lord is, just always just going to do good, and that's not it. All right. I just want to put this right in a good order, so I'll get into the book of Titus, because this was another lesson that the elders and apostles, when they were on the street teaching, he brought Elder Apostle Ramla brought out a very strong scripture that I can actually make to do a video. Okay, the book of Titus. 1, and let's start the ninth verse, and it reads, "Holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers." And it says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision." So you have people that will speak things that that are not true, and especially when it says circumcision are people. So you get like individuals like the leaders of IUIC, the leaders of Sakari, so on and so forth. And it says, "Whose mouth must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake." And then you say Sakari, and you look at IUIC, they're getting like little, I think, you're getting showed up for shows, you're getting, interviews on TV, just to, at the end of the day, that filthy lucre's sake is getting that bag, getting that advantage to be held at a higher position, And it says whose mouth must be stopped, because certain things in the scriptures we have to know. Saying that the MOTB is not saying that the CHIP is not the MOTB, that's detrimental, because if you're the leader and you have all these sheep following you, and that's so much blood on your hands that you have to pay for. So that's very detrimental. Saying that we're not going to experience the time of Jacob's trouble, and this is just that one video Nathaniel did, and we got you on camera saying we're just gonna go la-di-da. No, we're going to. That's why you got to bring up Jeremiah 30:7, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. Who subvert whole houses, teaching things they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. For example, saying that the name of the Lord doesn't matter. The name of the Lord is very important. Like his name alone is greater than the heavens, man. And even though the commandments say, his name, the commandments is greater than his name, but the commandments say not to use no other name. But you guys still use Jesus Christ, and your followers are following you. And then, like I said, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes at certain these Israelite camps, but at the end of the day, they getting bags. They living more lavishly than the men at GMS, man. But it's all for that money, man. And then when I got into lucre, it was talking about gain, advantage, money. And this time it's all about money. And like you say, when you even though the apostle, I believe Tahar, said this in the old video, in Scarface, first you get the money, then you get the power. you know, in this time, that's what everything is. You know, when you have money, you really you get the attention now. All right, but this is not for us, man. This is for our salvation. We're supposed to be lowly. You know, scriptures say, you know, roughly paraphrase, and neither give me poverty or riches. We're supposed to be humble, just our daily bread, just to be able to maneuver to get by the next day. All right, because you can't carry your riches in heaven. Okay, you can't take your riches to heaven. You can store your riches up in heaven, but the money that you're trying to get here, you can't take that with you. All right, but Lord willing, hope this video was edifying. I'm gonna close out. Give all honor, glory, and praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstones, teaching the truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. I'm gonna close out, say shalom, and on to the next video.